Rick on the tone. Right now, BQ. Darryl. Tim. And they're off and running. Ooh. Rick starts off strong with a 14.3. Darryl with a 14.6. Tim with a 14.8. Rick comes back with another 14.3. Darryl steps it up with a 14.1. Tim with a 14.9. Rick and Darryl trying to jump up the third and fourth on the grid if they can keep her clean here right now. Still early in the run, though. Battery droppage, driver failure, always a possibility. Darryl, 13.9, comes back with a 14 flat. Rick with a 14.1. Oh, Darryl stepping it up here, trying to jump up 4 spots to second on the grid in front of that Durla guy. Rick there right in front of him on the behind him on the clock. Rick was looking at a 4th qualifier. Still looking at 4th qualifier for Rick. Just needs to pull in on Darryl's tail and run nose to tail to the end of the run here. Ooh, oh, Darryl throws it onto the straightaway and just jumps back in front of Rick. 14.7 for Darryl. He had a 13.5 fast lap so far, so the car is fast. That knocks him down to a 6.08.
4 minutes left.
Rick on a 25.601. That is the difference between 4th to 6th. There are 2 other 601s. Rick needs to get back up on that 26 lapper. Darryl falls back behind Durla, 26.609. Durla with a 6.08. Darryl with a 14.4. Rick 14.5. Tim with a 15.5. Tim looking to better his run. He's on a 24.603. Rick up on the curbing. Darryl wide in front of the driver's stand. Tightens it back up coming into this G.
Three minutes left.
Darryl 14.2, Rick 14.5. Darryl trying to get back to those 13s. Tim with a 15.1 as the leader comes up on Tim. Oh, whoa! Zig and a zag. Close your eyes and beg. Darryl works his way through traffic. Goes 14.2 on that lap. Rick with a 14.6. Darryl 6.09. About 8 tenths behind second qualifier right now. Rick on a 25.601.7. That puts it between the 25.601.5 and the 25.601.8.
2 minutes left
of David and Steve for 5th qualifier. Rick needs to tighten it up just a little bit. He wants to go for that 4th qualifier. Oh, guys to the top. Darryl 14.4, 6.10 now. Going backwards just a little bit. Still enough to hold on to 3rd qualifier right now. He's got about a 4, maybe 3 second gap over 4th place David Panner on the grid. Oh, he goes out a little wide. Trouble onto the straight. 15.6. That drops into a 6.12. Still good enough to hold on to 3rd on the grid right now. Rick with a 14.4. Running pretty consistent. He works his way through the G onto the straightaway.
1 minute left.
Darryl 14-1. Digging, digging, digging. 14-4. Rick comes back with a 14-7, slowing down Tim with a 14-9 late in the race. Backs it up with a 15-3 for Tim.
45
Tim's still
seconds
looking
left.
at 24-607. Darryl
30 seconds
14-3,
left.
Rick 14-5, Tim 15-5. Darryl comes back with a 14-4, Rick with a 14-3. Rick digging here at the end. He's about
15 seconds left.
No, about a second out of fourth right now. But with 10 seconds to go, I don't think he's got enough time to pull it back off. Darryl on a 6:13. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep
Rick
going.
Worth done.
Rick, you are done. Darryl's still on his last lap here.
Tim Moore done. Darryl Bingner done.
Darryl with an